I'm Sonia, and I help people take their power back. If you are interested in working with me, want me to help call you on your BS, coaching information is in the description below. In this video, I want to talk about proving that manifestation is real to yourself. Because at the end of the day, until you do that, you're always going to wonder if it's real. I remember first finding it and being like, yeah, fucking right. Part of that was because the explanations and the information I was getting was so fucking confusing and pretty much almost to the point where you couldn't, I had no fucking clue what any of these people were talking about, okay? I'll just put it that way. I heard what they were saying, but it's like, okay, but like what? Like that sounds great, but huh? And that was what sent me on my journey in law of attraction, trying to figure it out, because something in me was like, you need to understand this. You need to learn more about this. Like I wanted to understand what these people like, what? Because my first introduction to manifesting was vision boards. My therapist told me I should have a vision board. And I'm like, what the fuck is that? And why do I want one? And that sent me down the rabbit hole of manifestation. And that was back in 2018. So I've been learning about this and doing this for a while now, but I didn't understand what these people were fucking talking about. It's like, is it really real? And until I started working with it and started seeing results and proving it to myself, it's great to hear other people, but until you do it for yourself, it's hard to believe in it, because it's like, yeah, right. But what about this? And what about that? Is why I created Create Your Manifestation Lifestyle and put it here on YouTube. I'll try to remember to put the link in the description below, but there's the playlists are on my channel, helping you to manifest some things that don't really matter to you. The first thing is something you don't care about, and then going for a more important manifestation and possibly breaking it down into steps to help show you that you can do this and how it works. Because that was when I really got the most out of changing and shifting my mindset into believing it, was practicing it and doing it with stupid things that I didn't care about. I remember in the spring just not thinking it would actually work. Every time I go outside, I see a butterfly. It worked. And when I think about, oh yeah, I remember setting that. Now there's butterflies. It happened to me twice today. I went outside twice today with the dogs. I'm like, oh yeah, the butterfly. And I turn around, there's a butterfly. And I'm like, I went in the house, came right back out because I have 2 dogs and they like to go in and out. Went right back out and was like, yeah, what are the chances I'd see another one? Turn around and it was right there. And I'm like, but I know how this works and I know that this works, but it took me manifesting shit like that to build up that portfolio, if you will, of I thought about this and this happened. I've done it in this situation and this happened. I did this and this happened. Putting it together for myself. Hearing other people's stories is great, but if you don't experience it for yourself, you're never going to fully believe it and understand it, honestly. Another big part of proving to yourself that it works is deciding that it does. And I think that having some experience manifesting, butterflies or something specific, when you're doing, I would pick something like I did this with cockatoos a while back, manifesting a cockatoo. Unless you see cockatoos all the time, then pick a different animal, but pick something that's like very specific that you can imagine that you're going to see it, and then watch you come across it somewhere. And then what I did is I took that experience and was like, okay, this is how I did it. Now I can apply that in other areas of my life. And that was how I built on it. But part of the shift in proving that it works and believing that it works is telling yourself that it works. Until I made the choice that this works and I know what I'm doing, and I decided that was what was happening, and I decided that was what I was going to experience, and I reminded myself that that is what is happening, I didn't fully believe it, even though I was manifesting a lot of crazy shit. I remember having the conversation with myself of, what the fuck do you have to manifest in order for you to believe this? And that was when I realized I just need to start telling myself that I do. And that is when I started to truly believe it and truly understand it. Everything comes down to how you choose to view it. The more you choose how you are going to view things, including whether manifestation is real or not, if you can do it or not, all of that, you'll start to see it. The more you do it, the more you'll see it in more areas of your life. And then one day it'll hit you, man, I really have been manifesting my whole life. And I can see the correlations between who I was and what was happening and all the things. And then I have a lifetime of understanding that it was me the whole time. It was my mindset and how I choose to view things that was creating my reality. But it starts with you having quick successes with things you don't care about, because the bigger things, I don't recommend people start with the biggest thing they ever wanted when you don't believe it's even going to work, because you're going to have so much opposing bullshit to it that you're not going to see results, and you're going to be sitting there waiting. Because this was me too. I was going after things that were huge and seemed impossible, and because everyone's like, go to the biggest end you can think of. If you know, you want money, you want all the money ever now, like, and you wonder why it took me a long time to figure it out and see results, because I was going for things, not understanding what I was doing, not seeing results, having nothing to prove to myself that it truly was me. Because like I said, once I had things that I was like, holy shit, I was thinking this and it happened. And then kind of deconstructing it from there, that was how I proved to myself that it works. And that was how I built my belief in it that it works. But it was also choosing, this works, and I know that it works, and I fully believe in it. Thank you so much for watching. Love and light.